Thank you for joining us. I'm Courtney Cole with a WBZ News Update and a look at our top stories. The 22-year-old brother of a 12-year-old boy who died from a gunshot wound inside a Mattapan home yesterday has pleaded not guilty to gun charges. You're getting a look at his booking photo here. He's pleaded not guilty to gun charges in connection to his brother's death. This is 22-year-old Walter Hendricks. Family members were tearful in court and identified the little boy, Xavier Ellis. He was shot in the torso by a gun police say belonged to Hendricks. He made his first court appearance in Dorchester District Court and was ordered held on a $2,500 bail at his arraignment. No one has been charged in the boy's death. Prosecutors say Hendrick wasn't legally allowed to own the gun, and he also did not store it properly. The little boy was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Boston Police Commissioner asked the public yesterday to turn in any illegal or unwanted guns to police to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again. Massachusetts State Police are investigating a deadly crash. This is on Route 24 in Brockton, in which a man on a moped was ejected from his bike. He died at the hospital from his injuries. The deadly crash happened after 11:30 last night, and we're told the driver of the vehicle involved did stay at the scene. The identity of the moped operator has not yet been released, but state police tell us the crash remains under investigation. We're seeing more mosquitoes around the area test positive for West Nile virus. Health officials detected the illness in the blood-sucking insects recently collected in Worcester. The city plans to spray the area after sunset on Tuesday. So far, though, there are no reports of any human cases in the state. Now today we are in a next weather alert heading into the weekend. So we want to go ahead and check in on that next weather forecast with meteorologist Zack.
Not the best way to kick off our Friday, but thankfully that first batch of thunderstorms moved out rather quickly. The sunshine took hold, and that seems to be the case across a lot of the region as of now. But a little recap is giving us 1.73 inches in Warren, Rhode Island. That was one of the top spots from some of the storms that rudely awakened folks overnight. Fall River at 1.51 and Swansea at 1.25 inches. Within those two areas, they got a lot of that, and the majority of it within about a 60-minute window. So it was puddling and ponding, damp conditions to start the day. We have dried up most of that first round, but we are far from done. More activity now that we're pressing into the afternoon, and we still could have some excessive rain leading to more flash flooding potential, especially out to the west. We still technically have a flood watch in effect for much of the region as we go until midnight, and by the time we head into Saturday morning, we're trying to take that out of the conversation. But over the next 24 hours, we could see some localized values that are really going to notch up over 3 inches. That's including what we had earlier this morning. So it's not 3 additional inches from where we currently stand. It's just going to be a combination over about a 24-hour window. Heavy rain still expected to arrive on Sunday too, so pockets of the weekend are going to host a very similar scene. Now through about early afternoon, think about 1, 2 o'clock, we still hold on to it through Worcester County and then around the Metro West area. East of 495, it's going to take a little bit more time for you guys, but instead of diminishing that energy as we close in on the coastline, may see bubble up just a little bit more around 128, pockets of the North Shore, right around the evening commute. So if you have plans tonight, whether it's after work or if you got wedding receptions or maybe some rehearsal dinners going on, you want to have the umbrella on standby. It's going to be a little bit of a dicey scenario at the end of the day. But after sunset, a lot of that sort of fades out of the equation. I still think that we have clouds. We still have mugginess. We still have some instability to go along with Saturday morning. But if you have any tea times early tomorrow or generally any plans, brunch or otherwise, we should generally take this at least at a little bit of a lower risk. So flash flooding technically in effect for central and western Massachusetts right up until the end of the day due to that excessive rainfall. Again, this is kind of adding insult to injury. The worst of it happened earlier this week. We're just already at our flood stages, so we can't handle any more moisture. So anything that's tacked on top of it is going to be bringing those rivers and streams up to their banks once again. There's a stationary boundary that kind of just drapes just to our north, still giving us some instability for Saturday afternoon. This is the snapshot at 3 p.m. Still not expecting any true downpour layer there, but we still have some isolated cases for the second half of the day tomorrow. So just put that on your calendar if you got some outdoor plans. Don't have have to deter, move, change any of your timing. You should be all right. It's this cold front coming out of the west on Sunday that seems to be more of a grip. So the morning hours on Sunday, not all that bad either. So you can still do your brunch. You can still get out on the links. It's just going to be very, very soggy. Keep those carts on the pass. I don't think we're going in the fairway or the rough this time around. Still holding on to high humidity for both weekend days too. So AC is on blast and we'll keep it that way early next week. We cannot buy a dry weekend for what seems to be the entire summer. And of course, timing out perfectly, we'll begin to dry up as we move into Monday and Tuesday near 90 degrees.
Zach, thank you. I'm Courtney Cole. This has been a WBZ News Update.